enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Someone tune in, hear all I say, but watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis. Let me know if you can hear me. I've been having audio issues all morning. Tell me everything. How's everybody doing? I've got a little music going on in the background. Hopefully you can't hear that. But that's because I can't hear any of the music that you guys are hearing. So yes, loud and clear, yay! So can you hear this music in the back? If you can, I'm going to turn it down, because I don't want it to clash. Okay, hopefully you won't hear it. Anyway, I'm excited. You can hear me. Yay! So I'm just going to read some of the chat that people were saying. Hello, Super Sarah. See if it'll let me scroll up a little bit. Yes. Oh, first of all, E. Henry, awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing right out the bat. I don't have a pen. Here we go. We'll write this down overhead. It's gonna get a little bright up here. And see, E. Henry 09 just subscribed. Subscribers. Thank you so much. I just want to make sure you guys know all of the money goes back into the stream, as you know. And so we're going to be getting some better lights, because look, see how I'm so dark and then this is very light. Yeah, we need some lights. So that's what we're getting next. Who else blew a whole bunch of money in the Kingdom Death sale that was this morning? I think I spent like $150. Am I going to be gap filling today or just assembling? I'll be doing it all, because we have Bondic, yay, Bondic, gap fills. We will do it all, because I think there is some gaps with this. So yes, we'll be doing that. We're going to be building the Butcher. We're going to be building the Screaming Antelope. Yay. Hey, Atom. Hey, Delisel. Delisel bought some stuff too. Hey, Rainer. Brilliant. Thank you so much for the subscribe. I have nothing to alert me, so I will try to pay attention. Like, I have no sounds or anything to tell me that you guys have done anything. So it's just I'm going to have to pay attention to chat. If one of you lovely people sees that I miss a thank you to a subscriber or a follower or something, please just do, I guess do a whisper or an at Shoshie's Minis. Do at Shoshie's Minis. Trillion. Did I get that right? TRR. Yep, I did. Yay, thank you so much. Those are rookie numbers. Got to pump those up. So if you can see, hold on one second. Right here is the number that I have followers, and we're trying to get to 3,000, so that way we can have a big party, and we're going to paint this awesome confrontation mini, and we'll be doing him as a giveaway. We'll probably give away some other stuff too, but this was already decided on by the chat. You guys like that idea? So yes, yay. And Trillion, are you in Australia? I can't remember. You said you woke up, so it's pretty early. So it probably is Australia. Valkyrie is gorgeous. She's very pretty. So excited. Hammerton resisted the KDM sale mainly due to the shipping. Yeah, I know. The duty and handling charge would have doubled it. You need a mole that lives in the United States, Amberton, and I can't be that mole, but you need to find a buddy who will, you know, I guess you still might have to pay some duty. I guess they could declare it for you. Lave 1D says, I wasn't able to get the Savior, but I got the Valkyrie Boss and Grandmother. It's funny because I click so fast, I don't get a chance to view the sculpt. I do that too. So I was shocked to see what the Grandmother was about. I know, she's just got a really weird lore. Like Bioware, if you like are wanting something freaky, that's all the Celestial stuff that they came up with. I don't think they ended up putting on Kickstarter because it was so kind of freaky. Oh, Californians, awesome. Originally from England. Yay. We're doing good, sneaky Rhino. I always mess that up. Nix Minis, hello. Have someone who could do that, but the most stuff I wanted was limited. Yeah, and I know, same thing. Yeah. Glad I got a kick out of the Butcher's Craft area. Super Sarah sent me a picture of, let me see if I can show you guys on my phone real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna show this to you guys, if I can make it, the pictures look good on. Super Sarah sent me a picture of her butcher, and he's basically got this craft area for all of his grisly goriness. Can you wait? Go. Look at this. Amazing. Boom. So this is his area of slicing and dicing. He's making his little armor. He's got all these, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the butcher has got little faces all over his armor. And so that's what Sarah has decided. Ew. That he's crafting. He's so crafty. That's so funny. So I just had to show you guys that because it's amazing. Yeah, just keep going with it. First time watcher, Arash Relay, thank you so much. Give us a follow. Hopefully that it'll alert you next time we're on. Also brand new to miniature painting. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing your work. I like dropping into random painter streams to motivate yourself. Well, that's what we're here for. This is a teaching stream. So we are actually going to be showing how we build stuff. I think I'll start with the antelope actually. So I'm going to cut him out. There's directions on Vibrant Lantern, I believe. vibrantlantern.com. I don't always use my directions, which can make the stream a lot more entertaining. But we'll see. If I need them, I'll get them. If not, then I'll be okay. So there's the tail of the bushy-tailed lantern, or antelope. There's a horn. There's a hoof. What we need is a craft area. Well, the book said his tape is skin strips, so he needed to make it somewhere. Yeah, that is very true. He does that, doesn't he? Oh my goodness. I always think that all of our miniatures are so much better when we personalize them. We were talking about that. Definitely, you know, when you can create little backstory and stuff. I think there's a hoof missing. Nope, I think that might be it. Yeah, the antelope's relatively easy, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to get him to be on his base. Because he doesn't stick to his base real well. Alright, I'm going to stick this right here. Yay, welcome to the class, new follower. Arash Raleigh. Let's see. We had so many the other day, I couldn't keep up with everybody. Thank you, Amberden. Keep doing that because that helps me tons. I happened to notice that one, but the @Shoshie's Minis really helps me. E-I-G-H. Yay. All right, so first thing I do is I'm gonna go looking for mold lines and little bits that I need to sand down and rough. And hold on one second. This is also a tool I'm gonna show you guys. This is a FlexiFile, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna run and get the FlexiFile strips that go in the middle. All right, I has them. Resub from Nixon Minis. Thank you so much. Where'd my pen go? Nixon Minis. 12 months in a row, Nix. That, I think you might be the first full year subscriber. Oh my gosh, guys, give Nick some hype. That's some dedication. That's super special. Ah, man. All right, Nixon Minis. We do, so Nixon Minis does tier 3, and at tier 3 you get a free half-hour video coaching, and we've been doing that every now and then, and so it's nice because I get to know my followers a little better. I also get to see their artwork, and we get to talk about, you know, where they're going, what they're doing as far as, you know, palette, what, you know, all those things, and giving them helpful advice and making their miniatures better. Or in the case maybe sometimes they're already really good and they just want that extra one-on-one, advice and stuff. I know I'm like that. I subscribe to a few people on Patreon for that exact reason. All right, so this is a flexi-file strip, and this one has been used a little bit. Got this from Albion Alloys. They're a British company, I believe, but you can get them. I think they're available all over. Put this on here, and then boom, boom, boom. So simple. Get rid of those pesky mold lines. That's another thing. This stream is great for learning about new stuff that you might not have in your local game store. And a lot of the stuff that I order from Amazon. So I have a little profile box on my profile. Did I miss Rainer resubbing for 11 months? Thank you so much, Rainer. Rainer 76, and I mean 72. There we go. Thank you so much. I did miss that one. It's easy to pin. Yeah, we're gonna pin. We're gonna pin him. I need a GoFundMe for expansions also. So a lot of times with those plastics, it's just easier to scratch the mold line off than it is to sand, because sanding will sometimes leave just a rough surface. And if you don't, let me take glasses off so I can see. You don't want to deal with that. Sometimes the easiest way. See, I call these scars. Oh, and watch me cut toward myself. That's not a good idea. Ah. And then I go ahead and try to rough up the area that's going to get glued also. That you want to have roughed up. The rest I would just scratch. That's what I want. Yeah. It's worse to find a mold line after the fact. So what I do, this is the advice that I was given by Rhonda Bender. She did a class called like Level Up or something like that at ReaperCon. And Bondic is life, yes. He bought Bondic because of me and never stopped using it. Yeah, I know, it's awesome. It is life. It was a complete game changer for me with Kingdom Death Minis. And that's why I hype it so much, is because it's just helped. All right, this is the body. If you guys haven't seen this before, Screaming Antelope is a creature that's pretty terrifying. It has a maw, an under maw for that. And there will be some gaps, usually a little bit, but mostly he'll go together fairly well. But you can see there's quite a bit of mold line. You really want to take time to clean all that up, especially because this is commissioned, so I have to be extra diligent. But yeah, so I like to use flexi-file. And I've got some other sanding deals over here as well. I've got this is also by Albion Alloys, and it's just a sanding stick. It's kind of nice because it helps you get into little areas that might be tough to get into with a larger file. And it's just got some kind of abrasive on the outside of it. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever got these from like or got the idea from a nail salon or something like that. Bondic is his best friend. Yes. Something else I want to show you. I don't know if I have any handy, but if you have a little acetone, let me see if I can find some. Hold on one second. I'm going to look for some. Okay, found a little acetone. Normally I use a little Q-tip, but I don't. So I got a little piece of tissue, and I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of tissue, acetone on the tissue. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Now, acetone is not something to be trifled with. No trifling. So you've got something like a little scar here, right? You can take the acetone and just burnish it down just a little bit with the acetone, but make sure you wipe it off right away because it will continue to go and melt your piece. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I just wanted to show you guys so you know what I meant, but you can see how that did burnish it a little bit. Here's the cap. Hey, Art Evolve! As you run into class falling by the empty seat, first empty seat. What'd you miss? You missed us clipping off the antelope, and that's about it. I think that's it. And we just used some, and now I can scrape this a little bit. So yeah, that did seem to help a little bit. Now it does make the plastic soft, so I guess just take care when you use it, right? Right. I need to take glasses off so I can see. Oh, I see a lot of mold lines on this guy. And since this is for a client, we're getting rid of it all. Also, Citadel makes a scraper. Let me see if I have that to show you. It's right here. Notice that now that I have had my assistant label everything, I can find things super easy. This is the Citadel scraper, and it's really good for any plastic models like Kingdom of Death or Warhammer. Oops, that's not the scraper. Here it is. So you can, and it's fairly nice because you don't have to worry about what direction you're scraping because it's not sharp. You're not going to cut yourself on it. But it will take off your mold lines very, very nicely. Speaking of burnishing, that, I really like this. It's not cheap though, that's the only thing. Well, as is most Citadel stuff that's branded is not cheap, you know. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's something out there that's comparable that you could buy. Well, I mean, you can always use your X-Acto blade, right? Alright, so let's look at the tail. There's a scar right there. It cuts off the scar too. That's really good. Hey, get the acetone, just use this scraper. Sometimes. I would think an X-Acto has some kind of a, yeah, I would not be surprised if X-Acto didn't have something. Something else we're gonna play around with today is this, shoot, where'd I put it? I got out a glue looper. We talked about this before. Where is it? Well, I might have to get out another one. I always lose these things. Everyone I've taken off of this has lost. So this is a glue looper, and they've talked about this on TV and stuff, I think. And we're going to be using one of these to try to put on. Well, I don't know if we need glue, because we're going to be using this. This is liquid cement for plastic models. I love it because it also, if you do it right, it will act as a filler for very thin gaps. It's the internet. Oh no. Arkham FR, is that how I say your name? Thank you so much for following. Hi, Casual Painter. Bring down Arkham FR. A-R-K-H-A-E-M-F-R. Thank you. And again, this is the number. We're trying to get that up to 3,000. And once we do, party plus giveaways plus fun. All right. Oh, do you see that? That's some sort of little... This is why I need to get my glasses off, because I can see these things a little better. Yeah. All right. So what else is everybody doing? Since this is a building stream, I've got so much more time to chat. So please feel free to ask questions. They don't have to be necessarily painting related. They can be business related, because you know I own my own business. I do this full time for a living. They can be, what can be social media related maybe. I know a lot about social media. Yeah, feel free to chat, guys. What has everybody been up to? I'm just getting these little bitty mold lines right here. I figure if you can see them with the naked eye, then you're probably going to see them really well once paint gets on them, so I try to get them off. This sanding stick is very fine. I really like it. There you go. Ooh, there's some questions. Hi, Flickster. How's it going? Any excuse for a party? Reckon you are the party animal of the house? Yeah, probably. Maybe. I'm definitely the social one of the house. Did I grab any new KDM stuff? Yes, I got the, got a piece of plastic leaking off my face. What did I get? I got the Valkyrie. I got the dragon. Oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it. But the dragon, the one that's an encore, but it's like used to be super, super rare. I don't remember the name of it now. I'm just gonna get this more slightly rough file. This knee elbow knee, one of those feels a little rough. Yes, I got the Valkyrie. Here, let me check what I got. What is the glue dropper attachment called? It's called a looper. A looper. Made me, you say, Creative Dynamic LLC. Yep, I got that. Let's see what I got. As far as... Okay, so I got the 45mm pinup dragon sacrifice, which is gonna be awesome. The Ringtail Survivor variant, and the Valkyrie, and the Savior male 40 year. I got all of those. And I only got one of each of the first runs, because that's all they're allowed to have anymore. And that's it. So I wasn't really interested in the White Speaker Boss. I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling her. I didn't think she would be something that I would want to paint on my own. So I just didn't get her. Cat Cuddler, hi, how are you? I love that name. It's a good name. All right, I'm gonna take his hook and just, let's do this. Now you can see me stand this, because we're gonna end up pinning him to his base. We want that a little bit more level, because for whatever reason his hooves are rounded, which makes him a peep to try to, makes him a real pain to try to get him to glue to his base. Ringtail is gorgeous. I have, so far they've put out a Ringtail Survivor, a Ringtail, and I think 2 different Ringtail variants. Is that right? Or no, pinup Ringtail. Pinup Ringtail, Ringtail Survivor, and the variant. And I've gotten all 3 at various points. I haven't painted the last 2 that came out yet. Okay. shouldn't be cutting toward myself, but sometimes I feel like I honestly have more control. There we go. Has there been a date identified for the paint-along? Yes. Well, not the specific paint-along, but the building stream is what has been identified. I don't know how long that's going to take us to do, which is why I've not set a date for the paint-along yet. We're going to do the build-along, however many streams that takes, and then I'm going to set the date for the paint-along once I get another PDF with, you know, new, you know, supply list and everything, because I'm going to give people like a color palette to work with. Yeah, that kind of thing. Did I ever watch the tutorial on the looper? You just did, and you don't think we were doing it right last time. I mean, you tell me what we were supposed to be doing, Sarah, because yeah, I need to know these things if we're going to use that. Because I need to watch it. I didn't watch it before. Checking under his chin. For the most part, I think I got most of the... Oh, I see another mode line. This scraper is awesome, my God, guys. If you're gonna get one tool, I think this and their drill might be the tools I would try to get. I really like them. So yeah, you can tell I didn't do this part yet. Violet, Violet. Oh, sweet, Catleanne, thank you so much. So that all the tools, yeah, I put in the PDF. You do not have to use any of those tools. If you have your own, feel free to use those. I just supplied a list because I know that there's people like me. I don't have a hobby store in town that has a lot of those things. So that was why I included the links, because I wanted you guys to have access to something if your hobby store did not have it. I don't live in a big city. I live in a small city, so the Amazon is really helpful. The last time, Fat Cuddler just got back from grocery shopping. Last time I didn't see how it was actually helpful, but you found a video to see how you could use it in creating less mess. Awesome. Yes. Yes, I like lists. I'm just bad about, I kind of procrastinated because I had so much going on the month that we were trying to get that done. Now I've got a lot more time. June and July are really going to be good months for getting the paint along done because I don't have a lot of commissions yet. All right, I think I want to check one more thing. See, there is you can't see it right off. There is a little mold line right there. Do you see that? See if I can scrape it. Scrape right on top of it. There we go. All right, so this will go on the top. This is actually... All right, body, let's do that first. Dry fit everything. Dry fit. See how things are going to be put on. There we go, that's going to go like that. Leg. The leg will be in here. Maybe? No, like this. There we go. And then the horn will be like that. Okay, so we can start. This is the Model Masters liquid plastic for plastic. And this takes a while to cure. So you don't have to use a lot, but just enough to get things going. And don't breathe it. Oh, did you see that? I put way too much on right there. Don't breathe it. It will not good for you to breathe in fumes and stuff. Kind of lurking. That's okay. No problem. Do we have a mod that you can... Wixter is on. Yeah, Artie Wolf is kind of... Give me a second here. You can also whisper to me. I can probably cut and paste it. I think I can cut and paste it pretty easily. Alright, just let that go on there. And now we're going to click this together. Make sure that the muzzle lines up. See the gap there? There's a gap here. We're going to squeeze these together. And I can squeeze that. Hopefully there'll be less of a gap. If I'm going to have a gap, I'd rather it be on the belly because it's not going to get shown as much. And when you paint it, you're also going to, you know, shade it and stuff, so it'll be all right. Okay, now, here's the trick. Take a little bit of this, put it down across the gap, especially if it's just a thin gap. It will end up like acting like a filler. Okay. It melts the plastic and then kind of bonds it. That's how this works. Put a little bit down in the middle of his back as well. This is all before you even get anywhere near the bondage. Because if this works right, you don't need the bondage. Hold that tight. Oh good, Santa and Luminous, awesome, yay. Oh good, thank you for that. After the 2-minute mark is when you get to the good parts. The rest is assembly non-needed info. Okay. Right. Still a little, can you see how when I squeeze this, see how the gap kind of disappears a little bit? It just means you need to hold it tighter. Now this does take a while to cure. I guess if you're really impatient, we could do a little bondage. Let's see what happens when we do it. I'm not going to use this gun because the light is kind of going out on it. Maybe not. Maybe it's fine. All right, let's do this. Hold on. Somehow this part got very sticky. Oh no. You know what I should have done? I should have just cured it. Like this. Cure the plastic and then pick it off later. Undead, is he undead? Or I think he's alive, isn't he? He's just a different creature. He's meant to look, he's like an anglerfish. He's meant to look like an antelope, but he's actually not one. See what happens when we put just a skosh of the bondage down the center. Okay, now cure it. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004. It's wrong. It is wrong. It is a beast of horror. All of the Kingdom Death stuff is a little bit wrong. So this is nice because this will cure and then hold things together while the rest of it is curing. See? And I'm serious about these gaps, like I feel them. Now, there's like a big crease in his cranium without the filler here. So we're definitely going to put a little bondage in that and then hold up the curing tool, the UV light. See, and then when we paint over that, it'll be smooth. Monkeys with Fire, rating with 7. Thank you so much. Everybody, go ahead and give Monkeys with Fire some hype. Do some hype for him. We'll give him some emotes. Let's give him lots of emotes. I'm going to give you Shoshie love. There you go. But you use the glue looper. It's meant for thinner material. You could use the glue looper probably, but I want to say the Bondic is a little bit too thick for it. Because it's not meant for thick cement either. Oh, you read somewhere that the antelope is flora? It's possible. I know he eats acanthus, so I don't know. Could it be flora? Yes, it is body horror. Yay. Raids. I love raids. All right, so he's ready. Let's put this hoof on. Ooh, this way. Make sure the hoof is going up. So he's waving hi. A little bit of the cement, the plastic cement. You really don't need a lot of that. I'm having a feeling that there's not going to be any gaps. The Mark III looper they Kickstarter was supposed to work with thicker glue. Okay, I didn't get that one. I just got the thin one. So I can't show you how to use it because I didn't get the right one. Can you reuse the looper glue? I'm pretty sure you can. I think you need to wipe it off afterward. I don't know beyond that though. Just put a little tiny bit of super glue. When it's a very thin line, you can go ahead and just use more liquid cement and it will stay. All right, let's do, I'm missing a piece. I think I'm missing an ear. Yeah. Wait, he's got 2 ears. Maybe? Did I miss it? Yes, I found the ears. There they are right there. I didn't get the ears. Clip, clippy. One and two. All right. Ash Wiley, thank you so much. I know who you are. Thank you for the follow. We're gonna write down your name. Woohoo! So, Cash, we're trying to get more followers. Can you see down here in this little box? I've got a counter, and when we reach 3,000, we're gonna do a giveaway and some fun stuff. I feel like I'm better at keeping more control, or I can go slower anyway with trying to cut toward myself. I know I shouldn't. The video shows how to use a lighter to burn off the excess looper. That is awesome. That sounds very dangerous too. All right, we're gonna check. This one is the bigger piece for the ear. Goes down, yeah, like that. Dry fit everything. Right, if you ever catch me gluing something without dry fitting it first, yell, scream, pound on your desk. I will hear you from afar. Maybe. Well, I just dry fitted it. Now I don't know what I'm doing. Did I just pick up the wrong one? Make upside down ears? I don't want to make upside down ears. I'm trying to get there. Boom. Are they upside down? It seems like it might be upside down. Ah. No, that would look so dopey. Dopey. Alright, that fits. Okay. We have to cut this. I can't make upside down ears because this is a commission, Sarah. My client might not like that too much. Backward ears are better. Okay, good. There we go. So if you're putting them together, don't forget the ears. Hold that for a little bit till it sticks. He looks pretty derpy with one horn. He's a unicorn! Screaming unicorn! Oh my god. If I had another screaming antelope, I would move this and convert it into a screaming unicorn. Because that would be so awesome. There, you know you love that idea, right? You haven't done your antelope yet, have you? I love it. All right, another one up here. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put the tail on first. I want to make sure I can. Now, something about there. Let's scratch. So this is a trick to create more surface area or better, like a little tooth. You're gonna scratch little, basically crisscross marks into your plastic before you glue it, and it will supposedly glue quicker. Unicorn. Yeah, he might be. I think you're right. A unicorn. Scratch, 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 scratch the booty. Okay, now I'm going to put some of this on. There we go. You love the scream, smelling Negro showed it to you. Ah, I'm Dead Normie, I'm so glad. Did you give us a follow? We're trying to get, see, in this corner right here, we're trying to get some more followers so that we can have a party and some giveaways. Everyone looks at the screaming antelope and thinks of altering it. Nice. All right. Here he is. He's jumping. Jumping, jumping. He's actually kind of cute when you look at him. Aw, Cosmo BC. Thank you so much. 11 months in a row. That's so awesome. Yay. Cosmos, I always forget your S. There we go. We've been, so you and Nix and Minis and Rainer, you guys have been subscribing a long time. I can't believe, so that means I've been streaming for over a year, haven't I? Now I have to figure out when my streamiversary is. I have to figure that out so we can have another reason to have a party. I'm copying Flick. He has parties all the time too, and so does Genuine and Rainer. Way more than that? I don't remember when I started. I'll have to, is there a way I can find out? All right, I'm gluing the last horn on. Right here. Yeah, I want to say I started streaming last November. So it's been, has it been? You have. I didn't start until 4 months in. Okay, so 11. So it's been over a year then. Check your emails for your follower alerts. That's a good idea. Yeah. There he is. All right. You see how he doesn't really want to stand? That's because we need to pin him. And I want to make sure everything is getting set before we pin. So that means I'm going to add a little bit here for gap filling. If that means before we pin him, I'm going to let that just sit a little bit. So we're going to work on Butcher next. Okay. But he goes on a bigger base. Let me find his base real quick. I have a bag of bases. He goes on one of these 50mm bases. Boom, boom. So I do like to cut and scrape these, even though it seems like it's like just extra. I just like to make sure they're smooth. Maybe even longer since you found me on YouTube first? That's possible. I should look at my YouTube videos and find out. That would probably have some of my first streams, or at least something. It would be close anyway. Okay. Get all the little plastic crud. I got it all over my fingers now. We need to aim for an 18th month. Yes, let's do that. I'm gonna write that down. 18th month. Dreamiversary. That would work. I think it is, Yuli. I mean, it's, so I got this at a GW where one of my friends is the manager, so I was able to, he bought it for me actually. So it was probably less than the normal price, but I don't know what the normal price was, but he, like I said, he bought it. And but I use it all the time. So if that tells you, is it worth it? Is it worth it if a tool works really well, but you never use it? No. But if you use it all the time and it's expensive, then I would say yes, right? So of the tools that Citadel makes, this one is probably the one that I use the most. This is a huge waste of model plastic glue because you can just use any glue. But I do find that super glue gets up in the lip a lot more. That works great. And then you want to kind of look at where you're going to place him. And about, I like how I can see the upper view. Oh, do you see me pulling his tail off? No. The body looks like exposed muscle. Yeah, it does. It's gross. And I don't know if you guys, this is sort of a spoiler, but these little hands are parasites coming out of his body. You've just been using the back of your hobby knife? Oh, I've never tried that. Yeah, why not? I guess the only thing is that I know me, like I would put my finger down on the blade. I just am that klutzy when it comes to tools. So I guess I think you use what works, right? There's a whole bunch of other kinds of tools out there that are probably way cheaper and way more, efficient. I'm all about using what you have. So, okay, I just found a mold line. Oh my gosh. And it's a biggie too. It's like right across the middle of his back. Right. Oy. This I can't use the scraper for because it's all, this might need some clever sanding. Let's do the sanding pick. I think that's going to be the best tool for this job. See, this is why you guys watch me, to see. Here's a gray one. This one has a little more tooth to it. Come on, get out. There we go. So this is nice because I can stick it in between each one of these hair things that's on his back. Not gonna work. All right, let's try another tool. Try the metal file. Oh yeah, that's better. Much better. Still kind of big, but it's working much better anyway. If you can't get rid of everything, it's okay. Get rid of the part that makes it definitely look like a mold line. Now I'm cutting it off. I feel like it looks the most like a mold line down in the crevices. Okay, that looks much better. You can still kind of see it, but I feel like I'm gonna try the scraper tool. Let's see what happens. Scraping off the tips of the. Yeah, not so much. Try to get that mold line off before you glue it, is what I would say. Try the scraper from the trumpeter models. It's like a Citadel scraper, and Scalpel had a baby. That sounds awesome. Don J. Minis, could you find a link to that so that I know where to find that and whisper that to me? Or post, actually whisper it to a mod and then post it in chat and whisper it to me. Flixer says, I've never been impressed with the KDM sculpts, especially from a game, main game anyway. Yeah, the bits put the lion together have their own area codes. Yes. Yes, use those metal files a lot with KD plastic. Nice shape assortment to get into texture. Yeah. Agree. I've got more messages. Okay. All right, so this is the first thing I need to do is I'm going to get a larger emery like this. And this again this is all the stuff from Albium and Alloy's Flexi File. I just love them. They just are awesome. And I'm just going to do this back and forth so that it flattens both hooves at the same time. Because when I go to pin him, I'm also going to use plastic glue to reinforce it. And his tail is still loose, but it's getting better. I just found a mold line on his booty. Man. Watch me after stream cursing at mold lines. You know, and I told you about the acetone trick, which you take a little, just a little bit of acetone and a Q-tip, and then make sure to wipe it off right away. That can help with the smaller mold lines pretty fast. I used that trick on my Super Dungeon Explorer because there's all kinds of scars and stuff with that. Oh, look at right there on his muzzle. Totally missed it. Mega mold line right on his nose. That's better. There. Now I'm looking for other ones that I missed that are probably important. Ah, there's another one on his back. Like I said, the good thing about his back is that it's already a textured area, so having a mold line on something like that is going to be way easier to hide. Sometimes hiding these rough spots is harder than hiding a mold line, and it's not worth it, so just, you know, just get rid of it. All right, another little spot. Let's see if this is going to be flat enough. I think it is. So, where's my drill? I had it. Here it is. This is the drill that I've been using because it's the exact right size for this wire that I have, which I'm also out of. This is brass wire. Like this. And we're going to actually use this to be the pin. I'll use the back foot first, and I'm going to try to... So this is something somebody else showed me that I love, especially for Space Marines, where you are trying to drill out those little gun barrels. Everybody gets really irate if you don't drill out those gun barrels. So what I did was I made an X with my X-Acto knife. Was there a reason you wanted us to watch your door for me? Lurion 7, yes, and the reason was because I don't have any sound. I can't hear any alerts or anything, so if I miss somebody, that way if you're watching the door, then I see them. And Lurion, thank you so much for coming. We're gonna write your name down. And thank you for being a follower. You're getting us closer to our... What happened to my... I have no idea why that switched. Thank you. I didn't even know that happened. I didn't even realize that camera was even... I didn't even realize it was available. So I must have hit a button on my Stream Deck that allowed me to do that. So... Nice door. What door? That's the door to our furnace. It was adorable. Somebody needs to do the Flickster troll emote now. Flickster, do the troll emote. Streams are falling apart at The Sims. Streams falling apart at The Sims. Alright, I'm gonna take this. Oh, so I was telling you, make it X with your X-Acto. Cross the area that you're trying to make a... And then in the center, you're going to take this and then twirl it just enough to basically do a little pilot hole. That is something somebody taught me in the Warhammer world. And now you've got your place to start your pin. Just like that. So funny. I thought when you said watch my door, I was like so confused. I was like, yeah, I wanted you to watch, make sure if anybody follows, so that way I know. All right, drill all the way through his foot. I mean, not all the way through his foot, but drill all the way down enough so that you get, don't just drill a little tiny, you know, measly hole. So you want to be able to put the wire in it, not just kind of surfacey. Anybody know, was there ever a resin Screaming Antelope? I want to say no, because I've not seen one, but I didn't know if anybody knew. Alright, let's dry fit this. This is my... That looks pretty good. My pin. My tail is loose, so that means I need to go back and put some Bondic on it. Let's do a little bit of Bondic in the back where nobody's going to see it. Where's the Bondic? Here it is. Plus there is a gap back there anyway. Now, I'm not 100%, but I think the Bondic also helps cure other cements a little faster. I know it does for super glues. It will help cure the super glue faster. Oh man, not just mushed and then my Bondic piece. See, look at this, the Bondic cured, but it did not stick. So, that may not be a good idea. All right, so we're gonna take that and just push that so that way, hopefully that will cure on its own. And we're gonna, this is another trick that I learned. Where's a piece of putty here? I don't remember exactly how to do this, but you take the hole that you've already drilled and you put down the putty where you think you want to place it. And then when you lift it up, that's where you're going to drill your hole. Right there. Right? So that's another trick I learned with the putty, but with this, it's not as critical. You just need to line it up. That's pretty good. So this is what I'm going to do. Try to put it on the leg. Like that. See if I can get it to come off. Good enough. And then I have a starter hole. Yay, Flickster. Door stream. I know. You want to know something funny? There was actually a stream. I'm not going to drill that through my hands, so I'm going to hold it like this. There was a stream that I watched with Front Nasty and Flick and a bunch of other people. And I think that there was hundreds of people watching the stream, but it was somebody had left their cam on for a while, and people were watching just this door or something. There was something. Do you remember that? Is this KDM set going to go on any scenic bases or no? No, this set is for play, and so it will go on basic bases. Basic bases. You have one from the first resin, Kickstarter resin beta? Woo! But no store release. Oh, wow. You learned that trick from woodworking, using awl to make a drill pilot for drilling, yeah. Hey, Big Brush, you need to paint your hoard stuff. You want to learn something here? Well, one of the things people do is they lurk and work, and they'll watch while they paint, and that's one way to get some stuff done, is to lurk and work. And I certainly don't mind, as long as, you know, people are tuning in. I don't care what they're doing. Right, so now, this I'm gonna super glue in, because I want this to cure a lot faster. So I'm gonna use, this is not as fast. Where's my good fast cure? This is my fast cure stuff. Insta-Cure for impatient Shoshies. I always like have a little bit of extra coming out. Wait, this side. The tail, I just felt it come off. It's gonna be an annoying tail. Now we clip. You need a custom rock so that you would glue the two back legs down. Oh, that's a good idea. You do that when you have to pin something together on a mini, like an arm or a leg to a socket, yeah. Oddball's Dungeon, was that it? A historic Twitch moment? That was such a funny thing. I'm glad that you guys remembered that. That may be the only pin that we do today. Guess why? Building streams are always funny. Always funny. Especially if somebody like Dodo, Major Dodo, is doing it. Alright, so this feels long. I'm not sure if that's going to work. We're going to drill that hole out more. Trump does some awesome Pod Vap cosplay when he drinks. Oh my gosh. Hey, Atom. Yep, you're a lurker. Yeah, so what did happen when he left his camera on? You called it. These are for commission, Art Evolve. You're putting some lessons you learned from my basing class to good use. Awesome. I'm so glad. If you're coming to my Gen Con basing class, my basing class, and you want to bring some like weeds and grass and basically scale materials that you could use for basing with you to share, it would be awesome. Oh, see, I drilled right through it, but that's okay because we can clip it off on the other side. Okay, that's my plan anyway. All right. Do. All right, so he's good. See, that's a pin. If you've never done a pin, that's a pin. And look at that, it's almost pretty much flush too. I don't think I'm going to be able to clip it anymore. Almost exactly right. The tail. You can see it's starting to mush a little bit where it's curing, starting to cure. Okay, so I'm going to gently scooch him out part way. Oh, all the way. Put some on that. There we go. Good. All right. Looks good. And he balances too. That's the best part. You want to make sure he balances. Not weeds, like shrubbery. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm so square, it's not even funny. All right, we have finished our antelope except for this tail, which is really going to be, once that cures though, that's going to be on there. I'm going to set him aside. Over here. Ooh, he's peeking. Hi, Soup. Artie been looking. Bosses are starting to leave, so you can watch a little bit. Like, I don't know, like little grasses and, you know, pieces of, what do you call it? Moss and bark, that kind of stuff. I've got plenty, but this way, you know, we have, oh, this is something I would like people to bring, is these birch seed pods. This is some that, big, shoot, the real Bug King gave me. Skullcrafts, I guess he got these from skullcrafts.com. Now I need to go to that website because these are the most awesome birch seed pods, and they come in a little tin with black electrical tape that sticks to you. But anyway, I'm going to use some of these in another model, hopefully. Check this out. I did the basing, look at this, on Hood and Fang. Isn't he gorgeous? This is just stuck there. But I'm going to, these are buttonwood seed pods. They're from Australia, but you can get them at like craft stores and stuff. They look like miniature pumpkins. Look at that. And there's some more brown ones. I'm going to paint them all. Be wiggly. He better not be wiggly. I think he's just big. Yeah, I'm going to paint this whole base, and then he will be pretty much done. Look at, here she is. She's like, can't get a good focus, but she's jumping. I'm so stuck to this. There we go. Why not plastic cement? Why not plastic cement? What do you mean, Tash? I am using plastic cement. Oh, the reason why I didn't use plastic cement to this is because it doesn't cure as fast as the other stuff. And I was having problems with it in the tail, and I just wanted to make sure I got a good bond just in case. And also because the pin itself is not made of plastic, right? All right, it's butcher time. Is that a thing? Butcher time? Oh, ants. How the heck? Ah! There's an ant. It must be from these birdseed pods. Dang it. That is weird. All right, now, butchers. And by the way, so the intimacy, male and female, are on here, but I guess a little bit of the butcher is as well. His feet are on here. Grebo Games was the name of this company that makes them. And I believe it's limited edition, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, this is the butcher right here. Oh no, those aren't butcher feet. Shoot, I might have to put this in a baggie so that I don't lose it, because these are the hand. I'll put it in the baggie with the base. All right, so that's the hand and the intimacy survivors. I no longer need that sprue. Because we're just a butcher. He's got his own feet. They look very similar. They have little sharp blade things on them though. That's the difference. Okay. Grass tufts. Yes, I didn't have any grass tufts last time I had my basing. Somebody needs to bring grass tufts, that's for sure. Do both my Nova and my Gen Con class. Since these are the feet, I'm going to do the same thing I did here. Make sure this gets nice and smooth. There we go, that looks good. Julian's got to go do chores. That's okay. We'll be trying out a lot of this evening. Good. Also, most of the tools you just ordered are here tomorrow. Awesome. Good. Am I gonna get the butcher? See what I can. Yes, scrounge. If you can just get some grass tufts and maybe any like local. Like it's got to be to scale, stuff that we can use for basing. I'll have some of my own, but I just am curious because it's different everywhere you are in the country, right? And it'll make it for a more personalized base if you have something from a local. All right, I'm just gonna clip out. I think I'm gonna clip out each piece one at a time and do it that way. I don't miss anything, like I did with the antelope. I think I missed cutting off important mold lines. Glasses off. See if I can find some spots. Yep, right here. Here we go. Now notice he has skulls and he has lanterns all over his back and some little pieces of like jewelry and things like dangling. No, some of the masks actually have a face stretched over them. Actually, a lot of the masks have this has a skull with a lantern in it. This one are faces stretched over lanterns, which is pretty gross. Ugh. Good morning, Genuine Vision. How are you? We are building the butcher. I don't know yet if I'll be painting him in the stream or not. He's not a difficult one to paint, and you can get a pretty good result even with a very fast paint. The real trick is making sure you have plenty of contrast. Oh, do you guys see this? I need to cut this off. This is like, I should both. Yeah, both of those get cut off. You get rocks and things from Fairy Gardens section of Michael, so that's a good idea. The rocks on the butcher he sent me are real rocks. I just paint them like I would anything else so they don't, yeah, that's what I do too. I have a whole bunch of rocks and, you know, you can make your own rocks as well if you want with a little Sculpey, Emo, that kind of thing. It's basically epoxy, not epoxy, what's it called? The rocks. Oh, that's right, he goes in there. I'm just dry fitting. Actually, no, that's not gonna work. I forgot, there's a part of the butcher that's kind of tricky. It's the sides of his cloak. Got it, lots of poison. No, don't bring poison ivy to my class. That would be really mean. Cork. Cork works if you hide the fact that it looks like cork. But I like cork. It especially works good as a filler. All right, so this, see, this goes right. Ooh, look at that. Look at that face. Can you guys see that? So grumpy. Gross. Need to cut that part down? Yeah, I might have to also. IIRC, what does that stand for? When I built this guy, I wished I had attached his legs before his cape. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot that too. That is something I remember reading about that you want to do. There's a couple pieces on this guy that if you wait, you're gonna end up, there we go, that's gonna work, I think. Yeah, legs are one of those things that you want to attach. Oh, and he's got other foot parts too. We gotta cut out the foot part before we even do the legs. There's a lot of little pieces on this dude. Little baby pieces that are gonna go flying through the air into your carpet if you're not careful. Why is this gotta be separate pieces? I don't know. All right. And I think rather than the model glue, I'm gonna use super glue on this again because I needed to cure it a little faster than the plastic glue has been curing on me. See that? How it's like a two-toed, he's a two-toed guy. Hope you know I was joking. No, I know you were joking. I was joking back. You ordered some from the US and they canceled your order? What did you order? This half image? Oh, KDM expansions. Yeah, I think they won't let you do that. If you have to order from the country or from the area that you're in, I think that's how it works. All right, got both of those toes done. I'm just setting it down to make sure it's level. Like bug toes, bug feet. All right, so if you see here, not much room. So I'm gonna again go with the super glue, just because it cures a little bit faster. And I don't have time for the wiggly legs that it was giving me earlier. Be a good time for a little inset, which I find works way better on plastic models than it does on metal. It seems to weaken the bond on metals, but it seems to be fine on plastic. There we go. Yep. You built the butcher in one day when you watched the guys take on the butcher, and you just placed the hand on a larger base. You told them to pretend. Haha. That's funny. A little bit more regular super glue back here because I might have cured it by accident. Hello, Modal. How's it been? It's been a while. Hopefully everything is well with you. You're gluing on butcher's legs, and we're having a time right now. Right there. Ah, did you guys see that? I had it and then it flipped. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it for 1 or 2 minutes here. Give it time to get a grip. Now we go in there and get the Insta-set going. And I see a mold line right on his leg. This is a rare sale that you got one of each of. Nice. You failed to order the pinup order night and the pinup warrior of the sun. Oh. Okay. Well, you know what? They're coming out with these encores, like the Dragon Sacrifice or whatever. That's pretty awesome. I like that when they come out with the encores, then the other ones aren't as crazy expensive later. All right, so I think I want to glue this on first, and then let's see. We're gonna test it by just setting it up with it. There we go. Let's put on other stuff before we get into gluing his cape on. Yes, I'm very excited about the 54mm stuff. These are the axes, which the butchers. There you go. There's this crazy head part. And then he's got, hold on, what are those? Oh, these are parts to, I feel like these are parts to something like an inner and an outer maw. Yeah, let's cut this real quick. Good morning, by Lantern's Light. How are you? We are building the lovely butcher. The lovely butcher. That's a oxymoron, huh? Hold on, let me throw these away because these are the little pieces we cut off his arms. We're gonna throw those away. Watch them become. There we go. Scratch, scratch. Bring your bank account. The big ones are the ones are for his face. So the big ones are for what? For his helmet? Did I already cut those off? I did not. This looks like a goat or something. I need to look this up so that I don't mess it up. Look it up so you don't mess it up. The shoulder. That's right. Shoulder has a maw. Forgot about that. Okay, thank you. And Lamunas, I need to give you 5 points. See if I can do this. Actually, Super Sarah and Lamunas. Okay, I'll give it to Sarah. There we go. Your internet keeps cutting out your typing. All right, let's do the shoulder. I think the big one is for... Wait. The big ones are for his face. No, the little ones are for his face. Okay. All right, Cash Wiley, thanks so much for stopping by. Big ones. Little ones are for his shoulder. That's right. Let's take those out first. And hope not to lose them. We like to reward helpful people and people who are, you know, helping the chat and helping the stream. They get little benefits from it. All right. This is going to be tricky. How do I do this? I think the big one goes on his... Oh wait, these are both tops, right? These are both tops, I think. And then these are both bottoms. I see. I've got it. I hope. All right, so the big one will go, I think this goes here. Yeah, the big one is his shoulder. That fits almost perfect. Big shoulders, little face. Yes. And there is a top for both and a bottom for both. All right. Ooh. Let's do the... We'll do the plastic cement for the bottom here. Go. And then I think that this is the big one for the top. Ooh, I see a little screw bar I need to cut off. That feels like a bottom also. That is a bottom. Here's the top. Hey, time to stretch. Well, let me get this on here first because I don't think I'm going to be able to stretch until I get it on. That looks like a bottom. This looks like a top. Ah! Oh yeah, look at that. That looks like a pig face. Hold on. That looks amazing. There we go. Look at that. That looks amazing. All right, shall we take a break and stretch? It is late. We're getting close to being done with stream. We're getting about halfway. All right, everybody. Stand up. Try to get out of my chair. Oh, did you guys hear my foot cracked or whatever? You know how, oh, that was good. See, I was sitting for too long. All right, stretch your back. Thank you for reminding me to stretch. I needed that. You sent the side view to my Facebook Messenger so I could see the jaws. Okay. Let me check. All right. I'm checking. Sarah sent me my side view. Come on. Now my phone is, there we go. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that helps tons. Okay. Hey, a great guy one. How are you? We are building the butcher. There we go. Let's see, we should probably put his face on before we do his head. This looks tricky. Yep, that definitely goes right there. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, you can't see. Now you can see it. Wow. I like that. He's creepy. Thank you. We're having a good time. If you guys who are watching right now have not followed me, see this counter right here. When it reaches 3,000, we're gonna have a party with some giveaways, and we need all the help we can get to get some more followers. There we go. This is the top portion of his head. There we go. Sort of like a dinosaur looking thing. Perfect. That does have a little gap, but we can fill it once that cures. See? Trying to figure out how that goes. It seems like it just fits right on top. It just rests. I'm going to let that cure a little bit before I glue his head on. But I will glue his arms on. You can check, make sure the thumbs are in the right place. Right there. 3,000! There's got to be some memes with 3,000. Like 3,000. Isn't there a Power Thirst video with 3,000? So I have to admit, I don't think I've met you before, Great Guy One. So I'm gonna have to catch your stream. Let me click on you and see if I can follow you. Everybody seems to know you, so I've not seen your stream before. All right. Oh, All right. What did you order, Jan? Tell us. This is for the other arm. It's right. Syntologist says, I was just looking at this Bondic that was being discussed earlier. Is that good? It's good for all minis. It is life. So yes, I've used it on metal, on wood, on plastic, on glass. I've used it on resin. It works really well on, I mean, everything. The trick is wherever you put it, it's got to be able to pure with light, right? All right, I think this head is ready to be put on. Oh, there we go. Still a little wiggly, just a little bit. And the last bit right there. Okay, so let's do this. I believe I can get away with this. I'm going to put plastic cement here. I'm going to put some here, wherever I feel like the mini's going to be touching. I don't know that it's going to be touching all those spots, but I can try. There we go. A good guess. Now, while that's curing, I'm going to put more. And then slide this in. Boom. And I'm just going to put a smidge right there and one there. So hopefully those will cure together as well. Ooh, see? All right, that's the best butcher I've ever put together. The first time, I think I didn't put the legs on first, and it was a pain. See if we can get his head on here as well. Photo maker, aw, thank you so much. That's my husband, guys, photo maker. And I'm glad you just subbed, thank you. We'll write down your name too. There we go. Aw, thank you for the cheer, Miss Half Damage. Syntologist says, so use a super glue to adhere, and then exactly, that's exactly what I do, Syntologist. I do that, or I will, yeah, I'll usually use the Bondic to kind of pack things in place, just like you said. Here we go, picture. It looks good. Now, we need a base for him, and I believe he also has a 50mm base. So tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Because I think all of the big monsters have a 50mm base. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use, yeah, no, I'll use that. That's fine. Butcher is 50mm. Thank you, Tim Fizz. I do appreciate that. Put that in there. All right, I feel like he's a little bit uneven on the bottom. So again, gently level him out a little bit. One of the nice things about plastic is it will sand down pretty quickly. Okay. A little bit on his feet. And then hold him. Oh, he's gonna fall over. We need to hold him a little longer. This is Kingdom Death. Yep, Kingdom Death Monster. You've been hearing more and more about this game, but so far it's out of your budget. Yeah, I totally recommend getting some pinups. Great guide, but just realize it's not a rabbit hole, it's a cliff that you end up jumping off of and getting sucked into, because that's what happened to me. Somebody sent me some pinups because I was not interested in this game when I first got involved with it. I thought it was too expensive. I mean, average pinup is what, $25, $27? So somebody sent me some for a commission, and I painted them. And oh, see how he needs to go back on his heels a little bit. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to fill that with Bondic, because this is a perfect use of Bondic, is when somebody's heels are up like that and you need to fill it in. So where is the Bondic? There we go. I'm just going to put this underneath. And then I can cure it with my light. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000. You really only need 4. There we go. I can put a little bit more. Ah! That should do it. Pinups are fun and cute, but aren't really usable for the game. Somebody made some kind of expansion or some kind of fan-made thing with the pinups. That's the thing about Kingdom Death, is there's so much room for creativity. If you want to make your own stuff for it, you can make your own homebrew. I think for the 3,000 follower party, we should get a KDM stream. I think that's a good idea. Well, what would you guys want? We could definitely do that. He's leaning forward too much now. So let's see, let's peel this off. Cut this off, cut off the Bondic. That's the nice thing, is the Bondic, if it's not working, it's not gonna work. There we go, and that's not gonna work. So, ooh, his head's wiggly. I think I'll just prop him up until he dries, until he cures. And then I think we are done with the stream a little bit early. That means we have time. What do we have time to do? We have time to paint a little bit, maybe. Ah, Butcher does not want to stay. Think what I can lean him against. I could show you how I made this little water tutorial. I could do a little tutorial on this base. This is a little water base that I made as a kind of a practice, and I could show you guys how I did it. You want to learn how to do a little water? This is not the best color. Maybe I should thin it out a little bit. The core game is what you get is a damn good value with all the other stuff that comes after you jump off the damned initial cliff that will have you asking about a second and third mortgage. Yes, that's pretty accurate. That's why it's jumping off a cliff, because you don't just go down the rabbit hole, you keep going. Just start saving. Yeah, exactly. All right, he's starting to adhere. Good. All right, I can leave him now. And let's take a peek at this guy. Is his tail still wiggly? No, it is not. And I see a little bit of gap that I can fill with the Bondic. That is where Bondic is super useful for the gap filling. It had it a minute ago. There it is. Just that little spot, and then UV light. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Ta-da. All right, now that's nice. Good. I'll have to prime those. If anybody followed on or watched us on Friday, we painted this Deadpool and came out pretty good. I still have some stuff on the back yet to do, some little highlights, but we're gonna send this off to Obaka TV. He is a German DJ who plays like electro house type stuff, electronic house, that stuff. There's my sprue, and it is empty. Always check, because with KDM, there's so many tiny parts, you might accidentally throw something away. Right? I think I'm gonna call that, since that was such a great stream. Whew. I'm gonna see who else is on. Napster is on. I've heard he's really a nice guy. He's testing out the Wrathcore holders too. So yeah, let's host Napster. I don't think we have before, and he comes to the stream every now and then. I think he will be surprised. We're gonna raid him, and I want you guys to type Mad Love from Shoshie's Minis. Mad Love. Oop, let me make sure there's only one M in from. Some hearts, some hearts, some hearts. If you have my emotes, you can use those too. Go ahead and cut and paste that. All right, are you guys ready? Come back on Wednesday, and we will, I'm not sure what we'll be, maybe we'll be painting this by the time you come back on Wednesday. So Wednesday from 7 to 9 Central Time, GMT minus 6. All right, guys, let's see if we can start the last part. There we go. All right, guys, you have a great rest of your evening and day, and I will see you Wednesday. Oh, I typed it wrong. Okay. There we go. Is that gonna work? All right. Bye.
Shoshie can enter my world, watch what goes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. Turn on tuning. Hear all to say, but watch you real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what goes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what goes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We